Hey, Shawn.
Hi,
Hello,
Joy.
everybody. This is Joy and Shawn with the happy hour with
Happy
Shawn.
hour, Joy and Shawn talks, send out cards, greener still. The names just keeps evolving.
Yeah, they
So,
just keep evolving. Whatever you want to call us,
yeah,
we just
just
hope
watch us.
we can
Make
just
comments.
hope that we can help you in some way, right?
Yep,
So, because I'll tell you what, I get on these calls with Shawn every week, and it's like, oh my gosh, we laugh much before the meeting even starts.
right.
We're in
See
a
those are going to be the outtakes that we're going to start recording, and then you can, pay to see those things.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah, exactly, exactly. What really goes on? What was it the other day we were on there and it was like after we got through this whole conversation, it's like we weren't recording yet.
oh, that would have been good stuff. So
Yeah.
hopefully we recreate that. So,
So, but anyways, hey, we're glad to be here with you today. Sean brought up a great topic here today, and I think it's going to resonate with a lot of people. And the bottom line is, what is success to you? What is success? What does that mean to you in your business? I mean, I think a lot of us look at what we're doing with Greener Still and send out cards, and it's like we want to be a Jordan or we want to be a Dave Smith, and everything. But is that your success or is that their success? What is success to you, Sean?
well, it's funny, Joy. I told you I just finished a book called Success. The book's 20 years old, and it's a gentleman interviewing. I think there's 18 or 19 people in it, all various backgrounds. A lot of them do coaching, a lot of them do speaking. And when you say "Are you success?" the first thing pops into mind, and this was not the common theme with all of them, although they all touched upon it in the United States. Is, well, how much money are you making? Are you driving the new car? Did you get the new house? And I think that's what we think with, well, I'm not as successful, or the worst you could say is I'm a success and send out cards because I haven't done what Jordan did. Well, and I think we have successes every day.
Mhm.
Um, and I think also if we communicate that way with new affiliates and say, "Hey, you got your first check. Cool. That's your first success. Congratulations. You brought your first affiliate in. Great. That's a success. Congratulations." And then just take it deeper. It's not the money. It is, as I've said, send out cards has made me better. A better listener, maybe active listener, as the kind of terminology goes. I say the things I should say in the cards and now even in person. So I think we just need to kind of change what our definition of success is. And then, you pass that on to your new customers and your new affiliates.
Mhm.
And then I think they become stickier because, it's, well, I didn't make my $5,000 in the first month. I'm out of here. And that's not going to keep anybody around anyway. Well, yeah, I would keep me around, but I mean, it's the deeper meaning of success, I think, and the little successes.
Yeah, a little success along the way. The tiny stuff. It could be something very simple in the day. It's like, okay, yesterday was not the kind of day I didn't get my cards out. I didn't do this, but today's a new day. And
Right.
so today you get those cards out and it could be two cards, it could be three cards, but guess what? That's a success from what you were, I mean, it's a successful day. You made some kind of progress with that. And, I like what you said, Sean, about how sending cards has changed you. It does. It makes you a better listener. It makes you a better, how do I want to say this? Like today, my BNI meeting, you listen for clues for people. And I copied down two or three people. They said some things like, "Oh my God, I can see that that's gonna be a funny card to send them," or something like that. So, would I have ever done that before? When you weren't in a situation, a company, the what we have in front of us here, I would never have passed that on. I'd be too concerned about what people can do for me
Right.
instead of what you can do for them, kind of thing. So it has made you a better listener. It made me, somebody who really kind of sees beyond yourself. You really see more in other people, and that's a success. My team, we're kind of like on this challenge now where we kind of keep track of how many sends, how many shares, and how many shows we do in a week, and it's like one person might look at the other and say, oh, their percentage is much higher than what mine was for last week. Well, what was your percentage last week? just improve it by 1% this week.
Right.
Give yourself that success moment. And another thing that we talked about, some people weren't like recording when they were saying, well, I did this, I did this. I said, when you kind of keep track of those kind of things, you find out more than often, more than not, that you actually did more than you thought you did.
Mhm.
So that's a success for you. So, give yourself that pat on the back and, make that a success for yourself.
Right, and I think if you focus on those, the money comes. That's a byproduct
Yeah.
of it. And it's funny, I was having a conversation with somebody in my BNI group. He's a web designer, and we're talking about the cards, and I like the card you sent me, and those are really cool. And he stopped and he said, I don't know how to say this without offending people, but you really do become better when you send the cards. I'm like, that's the again, that's the byproduct that yes, you do, and
Mhm.
that's something I don't think we talk a lot about.
Yeah.
And that's a success. I mean, if your only competition is you, it's whoever you're looking in the mirror. It's not anybody else or who did it faster or who did it better. It's like you said, if I'm a little better than I was last week, that's a success.
Mhm, mhm.
And if I'm consistently over time doing that, that's a big success.
Exactly.
Um,
Exactly.
so, I mean, I made it a conscious effort to read every day. I mean, I've said that before and I've done it, and then I'll fall off. And it's like, all right, now I'm taking an hour every day and I'm reading. And I read that book in a week. I've got my next one I'm starting today. And those are successes. So yes, everybody wants the money and the big residual check, but that comes when you celebrate and do the little things that make you successful.
Yeah, 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 and that goes along too with when you send the cards out, and if you're doing it for the wrong reason, it's not a success when you're
Right.
waiting for that response. I mean,
I'm
yeah.
sending and I'm sending and I'm not getting anything.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Like I can't
maybe you're
believe
still not
nobody
doing it for the right
contacted.
reasons.
That's right. I can't believe somebody didn't contact me. I can't believe they didn't get their card. And it's like, well,
Yeah,
the logical side of that is you don't know where the post office is,
right,
That's the logical side. Now let's talk about why that you're worried about that. you
right.
know, let's talk about why did you send it? Did you send it so you'd hear back from them, or did you send it because you
Good
wanted to
job.
see it? Yeah, exactly, exactly.
But you know what? Hearing back from somebody and somebody saying, "Man, you made my day," that's a huge success.
Oh, big success. It
And
really is.
you don't know, you truly don't know how many times that happens that you don't hear from them.
Yes.
And I've been using this a lot. You're doing it right when that person has a smile on their face before they even open that card.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
When they get that envelope and it has Joy Cojones up the top, they're going to go, and that. See what I just did? That
Yeah.
smile
Yeah.
is on their face. Wonder what she said today. Then you're doing it right.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you may never hear from people that, hey, that really put a smile on my face.
Or you hear from 2 years later.
Right.
I mean, seriously.
Hey,
Yeah.
that card you sent me. Okay. Back in 1920. Yeah. Okay. Wow. All right.
Yeah,
Perfect.
yeah, exactly. It's funny. I had somebody message me this week and thanking me for a card. And she says, I just realized all the cards I save are yours.
I hear that a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, all the
Yep.
cards I save are yours. And I have, and in the last couple of weeks, unfortunately, you have this, I don't want to say string or whatever, but there's been several deaths of people that I know, the parents or whatever. And I've been sending cards out, and I love using that forever in your heart card with a
Mhm.
photo, kind of thing. I
Yeah.
had two people in the last week send me a picture of where they took that card, put it in a frame, and had it sitting somewhere in their house. You know,
And it's hard to say that's a success, but you've impacted their
you
day,
it's a success
so it
because you did it
is.
with the right reason. You did it for your
Right.
heart. Whenever you can do something from your heart to people, then you're where you need to be.
Yep.
And for those just starting out and you're waiting for those responses on the cards, when you make that turn and you make that, just do it and not worry about it, you know, you're gonna have a lot more people that respond to you,
Right.
you know.
Well, yeah, I can tell you the 3,800 and whatever some I sent last year, I did not hear from 3,800 and some,
I know.
10%? Maybe, I don't know. I don't keep track. It's
Yeah,
like you
it's not,
said, it's
and you don't want to do that.
no,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
not a game to go, "Sent 5 today. Who's calling me?"
Yeah, yeah. Let's see, what day will they get that? Okay, okay, that
Right.
means they got it, you know.
I'll give it till Tuesday, then I'll, "Hey, how's it going?"
Yeah.
So I think, just you keep track of your successes. When you bring people on, celebrate, maybe they did their first campaign card by themselves. That's a success. Wow, that's really cool. It
Mhm.
took me 6 months to do that by myself, you know? I
Yeah.
mean, I think the more we do that with, whatever, and maybe that's not with send out cards. Hey, I showed somebody Blue 42, or I got a virtual assistant package for somebody. Fantastic. That's awesome. I haven't gotten one of those yet. That's great. That's a huge success.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
think that, people, want to know they're doing the right things.
Mhm,
And like
mhm.
you just said, Joy, we sometimes are our own worst enemy and critics, that we don't give ourselves credit for that. So when somebody says, "Hey, great job. That's awesome. Cool success." Um, then, maybe when they have a down day, they're less likely to quit.
Mhm,
So,
mhm.
like,
Yeah, exactly. I mean, gosh, look at the people that you might have on your team that get on the calls consistently, or you see them on, that's a success. I mean, because people, it does always amaze me. Even with our corporate calls and George's call, you see the number of people, and it's like, wow, we have this amount of people, but only this amount of people are
right,
getting on. So if any of your team members are, it could even be somebody sidelined,
right,
everybody loves hearing that, they were recognized.
right.
Hey, I see you're consistently on that call every week, congratulations, you'll
Great
build.
job, Bob. Been on 365 in a row. Haven't signed up a darn person, but you're on that call now. Just kidding. Not the way to do it.
No, that is an example. That's the X example there.
Want to make somebody
Sean.
quit? Just throw that at them. That's next week's conversation. No, just
Yeah,
kidding.
that's next week's.
And you got to have fun. I mean, it we just overcomplicate it, I think, sometimes. And
Yeah,
when you see somebody doing something great, just acknowledge it.
yeah,
Just like you said, hey, we really appreciate you. That shows something, because I'm not. I try to be on the call. If I'm not live, I watch it. Especially Jordan's call 9:30. God, I'm old. Do you know how light that is? No, but watching it, or he throws it up on YouTube. Watch it the next day if you can't make the 9:30 call. Things get in the way, but be consistent, and then just share your successes, and
yeah.
appreciate people that do the little things.
Yeah, and people that kind of come and want to regenerate. I had somebody the other day call, okay, it's time for me to get back into business here. What do I need to do? I said, send cards. Just send cards. I said, until we can connect, until I'm going to give you some places to go, some training to do for yourself to get caught up. I said, but for right now, I mean, right now, immediately, like today, as soon as we get off this call, pick up your phone and send 3 to 5 cards a day,
Right,
you know, not for any reason other than I appreciate you. I
right.
recognize you.
Yeah,
Something inspirational. I like to use the RCA, recognition, celebration, and appreciation.
mhm,
You could take all three of those every day and think of somebody that you can send cards out to,
absolutely.
and that will start getting you in the
And then
mode.
once you do three, double it.
Yeah, that's right. So the next week, so this week instead of three, so you did three, so tomorrow try four.
Yeah,
That's an accomplishment, success. And just kind of keep doing, but to keep doing it for the right reasons.
absolutely.
Everybody's successes are different, and it kind of goes to when people start in network marketing or start with greener still send out cards. It's not about the money that they're after. Might not be about the money they're after, and recognize that.
Mhm.
Recognize that, and then you realize what it is
Yeah,
that'll
and that
motivate them.
was kind of the common theme in the all the conversations this gentleman had with people. And now, disclosure, I think they were all doing fairly well financially, but that wasn't what they defined success by. It was the, um, what am I doing? Is it giving me purpose? Lots of mentions, like Cody, everybody has a gift. You need to figure out what that is.
Mhm,
Give
mhm.
it away. Have faith. I mean, those are the commonalities between, 19 different people that are
Mhm. Mhm.
successful and how they define success. How am I helping people? Um,
Right.
so we just need to keep that in mind, and don't, you know, it's hard not to, but don't compare yourself to somebody that, oh my God, they came in the same eye time and now they're a star four and I'm still a star two, and oh man, it all happens. It all happens when it's supposed to happen for you.
Yep.
So
That's right.
some,
That's
and
right.
most times we're all in the mode that it didn't happen fast enough. I
Yep.
understand that. I should be a damn eagle by now. I understand that, but I'm where I'm at, you know, and I'm happy. I kind of focus on,
That's
what did I do
probably
well today?
the biggest success you can have. I'm happy. I'm happy doing what I'm
It's a
doing.
choice.
You
So,
know?
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you know what? A lot of things with send out cards, if I feel that way, then I'm successful in other aspects of my life too, my
Mhm.
personal relationships. Um, when I meet new people, you
Mhm.
know, I've had several in the BNI group like, man, we just love your energy, and that part of that comes from send out, part of it's who I am. But think of that too, the little successes, the big successes you have in send out, that's going to help you in other aspects of your life too.
Mhm.
So,
Absolutely.
yep,
Absolutely. So hey, the bottom line is we're all successful.
absolutely.
We are all
Not
successful.
as successful as Joy yet, but we're all getting there. Again, don't compare.
Yeah, it was interesting as I'm getting ready for my BNI talk next week, and you're filling out that form what was the last thing you said? Not motivate you, but what's biggest tip,
Mhm.
that you can give a business owner. And I will say that probably the biggest tip that I'm going to give them is like, you got to be you, and you
Right.
can't compare yourself to other people. When you can do that in life with no matter what you're doing, you're going to be happier, and
Right.
you'll be
Oh,
more
absolutely.
successful for what you want because you're
Yep.
being genuine and you're being who you are, not who you. It's okay to have mentors, but that
Right.
doesn't mean that mentors your success.
No, no, you got to
You
do it your way.
you got to do
Absolutely.
it your way. Go. Okay, we'll go into song now, Shawn. I do it my way.
Okay. Well, thanks for the show today. I really appreciate it. Joy's going to start to sing, so we
Notice
got
how
to
I
go.
wasn't going to sing anyway. Okay, everybody, have a great week. See you now. Hey, you know what? If you watch us, you're successful because
Absolutely.
time to let us give you a couple chuckles.
Yeah. Well, I hope we made you laugh today. So
Yeah. Yep.
then it's a success.
Yep. Yep. Shawn, you always make me laugh, Shawn. You're cool. See you, everybody. See you next
I
week.
have that going for me. Perfect. Yes.
Bye bye.
Take care, Joy. Bye bye.